What's up everyone, I'm krypton.wave and welcome to the speculation video of Pokemon Ethereal Gates. In this speculation video, I'll be speculating what the possible story behind this game could be. But if you guys are not aware of what Pokemon Ethereal Gates is, it is a hack game made by Perhielion Productions. I don't really know how to say the name, but I'm really sorry if I messed that up. A link to download the game will be in the description down below, so if you guys want that, you can check it out. And basically this game is, in my honest opinion, so much better than the main Pokemon series games. It is so intense, and well, the demo is out. The demo came out just 2 days ago, and the demo goes up to the second gym, so not much of the story is explained, but whatever story is there in these two gyms, you know, this whole demo, I will be speculating that, and I'll tell you guys what the possible story of Ethereal Gates is gonna be. So if you guys are ready, let's hop into it. Now, in this speculation, I will basically be trying to explain the story of Ethereal Gates. Now, I'm not going to be explaining the story of what we are doing in the game. I'm going to say the story as a whole of what we've experienced in the game so far in this demo. So, basically, the first mention of Ethereal Gates comes from the forest of Avacet. Now, in Avacet Forest, we meet the possible evil team. Now, one guy says, how many times do I have to tell you, you need to be more careful about where the boss says to look. I don't see any Ethereal Gates anywhere. Now, this is the first mention of Ethereal Gates. Now, we are obviously not aware about what Ethereal Gates actually are and what these two are talking about, but we do indeed get into a battle with them and beat them, so that's totally fine. That's just the first mention of Ethereal Gates. I just had to point that out. So, you know, this kind of makes the base of the story. Like, okay, we have seen what these evil team are possibly behind Ethereal Gates. We don't know their purpose. We don't know what Ethereal Gates are and what they want from it. So, next thing we do is we go to the library. Now, in this library, we find a lot of books. These books tell lore of many things that happened in the past of this game. Now, let's start off by reading the lore one by one. So, the first lore reads that when the relics of 4 come together, it is summoned. The second, only the guardians of earth, water, fire, and air may mend the bond between realms. The third says that the power of it is so strong that not even the mortal coil of death can stop it. The fourth, only it has the power to bring back those past, and only through the guardians can it be summoned. Now, what these 4 books says that, let me just say that I'll be reading each of these and I'll be connecting the dots as we move on. So, these 4 books basically say that there are 4 relics. Now, we don't know what these relics are, but there are 4 of them hidden somewhere in the region. And when they come together, something is summoned. This something is, well, it's guarded. It's guarded by these guardians of the 4 elements, earth, water, fire, and air. And only they may bend, you know, the realms. Now, this thing which is summoned when all 4 relics come together is so powerful that not even death can come against it. That is how powerful this certain thing, that is it, is so strong. You know, that is how much, you know, of value it is. And it also says that it has the power to bring back those past, meaning if someone is dead, this thing has the power to bring it back to life. And only through the guardians, that is the 4 powerful guardians of earth, water, fire, and air, can this thing be summoned. So basically there are 4 relics and there are 4 guardians, and when these 2 or these 4 or totally 8 come together, only then can this powerful being be summoned. Now, when we move on to the library, we find more books. The first book says that legend tells of an ancient Pokemon with the ability to travel between the world of the living and the world of the dead. It is said that long ago, our ancestors used to summon this Pokemon with a relic, and on rare occasions, it would appear and bring one who had passed back to the land of the living. So this book is basically talking about a Pokemon who could possibly be the thing which is summoned when the 4 relics come together. Now, this Pokemon is it is probably the thing which we were talking about in the first 4 books, because this Pokemon has the power to bring back those who are dead. You know, it could travel between the world of the dead, it could travel between the world of the living, and on rare occasions it would bring back people who have already passed away. So possibly the 4 books before were talking about this, because, you know, it does say that the ancestors, they would bring a relic which would summon this Pokemon, and they talk about relics and they talk about the dead people coming back. The next book says that when the common people had heard the resurrection, oh my god, when the common people had heard of the resurrection power, wars broke out over the want to bring dead back. Now, obviously, who would not want people who have passed away to come back? Obviously, everyone would want that, wouldn't we? Because someone dear goes, you would obviously want them back. Now, because of this, many people, they got into wars, and no one had the right to have the power, and, well, all kinds of crazy stuff happened. The next book says that legend also tells of 4 fearsome beasts who guard each part of the relic. These beasts wield power beyond any known Pokemon. Now these beasts, these 4 fearsome beasts, could be the guardians they were talking about in the first 4 books. Like the 4 guardians, who are the elements of earth, water, fire, and air. These could be very well the typings of the 4 fearsome beasts they talk about in this book. So we have the 4 relics which come together, and we can summon a powerful being, a Pokemon who can bring back people from the dead. But these 4 relics are guarded by 4 fearsome beasts Pokemon who are of the types ground, water, fire, and flying. This is possibly what we are getting to know from these books. Now the next book says that the fabled sites where the pieces of the ancient relic are hidden have become known as Ethereal gates. So that is the mention of Ethereal gates. The first back in Abbasid Forest, when the grunts said that we couldn't find Ethereal gates anywhere, this is what Ethereal gates are. The places where the 4 relics are placed and the ancient guardians, the 4 fearsome beasts reside, these places are known as Ethereal gates. That's the whole thing that is what Ethereal gates is. And obviously we have not taken part in anything other than beating those grunts, so we are yet to experience more of the story. But this is only the demo, so it goes only up to the 2nd gym, so we don't know much. But let's move on. The next book says that lore states that the beginning of the end commences when the pieces of relic are brought together. Now, this is quite, dark and deep. Now, it says that if you bring the 4 relics together, the beginning of the end of the world, commences. Let's try to say that the end of the world is near when the 4 pieces come together, and that is pretty darn dark for a Pokemon game. So it could be that the evil team, they want the 4 relics, they want to find the Ethereal gate so that they could end the world, or possibly they just want to bring someone back from the dead. You don't know. That's still a mystery to us. The next book says that the runes of the monk foretell of the destruction. These runes are hidden in caverns where the air is thin. Now basically, they have to put the progress report somewhere, and those progress reports are the runes. And the runes of the monks are the ancestors of the people of this generation, and they foretell of the destruction of the world. That is when the 4 relics come together, the world starts getting destroyed. And the monks' runes, they foretell of the destruction, and apparently these runes are hidden in the caverns. Now maybe further in the game we are supposed to search for the cavern, I don't know. But the last book in the library is down here, and it says only one thing. There are pages torn out, something about a lake or a volcano. Now what this is that I think this is telling us the location of 2 of the relics. It could be, because it talks about a lake or a volcano. The lake could be the place where the relic is hidden, and one of the 4 fearsome beasts, who could be the beast that resides with the element water, that would be a water type, they could reside over here. It might be talking about that. Or a volcano, which could be the fearsome beast of fire, and another relic is hidden there. This could possibly be telling us the location of 2 relics which could bring back the dead people, or bring the Pokemon who could bring back dead people. So that is quite interesting. Well, that's pretty much the story of Ethereal Gates as far as we can see in this demo version. We don't have much to say about it, but to sum it all up, there was a Pokemon who can bring back dead people, and this Pokemon can only be summoned when 4 relics come together. Each of these 4 relics are guarded by a fearsome beast, which is obviously a Pokemon, and has one of the elements of ground, fire, water, and flying. And it also says that if these 4 relics are put together, the world might get destroyed, and possibly the evil team want that. You never know. And that is pretty much... Oh wait, no, and the places where these relics are placed, they are known as Ethereal gates. So that is pretty much the lore of the game as far as pretty much anyone can see. I just wanted to put this out. You know, this is just a speculation video. I could be wrong, I could be right, I don't know. But if you guys enjoyed and if you guys are hyped for this game, then you can show your support by liking the video. If you want more oh my god, I'm messing up. If you want more speculation, then you can hit the subscribe button for more content. And if you want to download the game, it'll be in the description down below. In the comment section down below, you guys can tell me what you guys think about the story so far. And if you've not played it, then play it and let me know. And if you finish the demo, then I want to see your team with which you beat the game. That'll be really interesting to see. I'd like to see your opinions on it. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'm krypton.wave, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.